Hey guys, Artosis here with the CasterMuse Narak Star League round of 4. This is game number 3 of a best of 7 between Stork and Yabsab. If you haven't seen the others yet, go check them out. If you have, thank you so much. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. Hope you enjoy your time here. We have a new procast every single day on ArtosisCasts. Now, that being said, it's tied up 1-1. Yabsab destroying Stork in the first game when he really had a lot of damage with his lings early on. And then Stork fighting back on Eclipse. He didn't take any early damage. He teched very well. He scouted very well. He kept pressure on. It was just a masterful display from Stork. And honestly, it was nothing new, nothing groundbreaking, but just fantastically done. So really cool to see Stork playing such a solid game. Still a little bit unsure about who's going to win. I know I asked you guys in the first game to let me know who you thought was going to end up winning, but has your opinion changed at this point? Like, looking at the series going in, I generally tend to pick younger up-and-coming Zergs over older Protosses, but watching the couple of games, thinking back to a bunch of other games that I've seen in Cast of Stork recently, I don't know, maybe this guy just has what it takes still, right? Like, maybe this guy's just still going to be a tournament champion, just maybe going through a slight rough patch lately. I mean, Stork has a wife, he has a kid. I understand. It takes a lot of time. But let's see how he does here. The map is Hidden Track. It looks like a Nexus first, possibly, out of Stork. The Overlord coming straight up. It is a hatchery first from Yabsab. So if Stork counters that with a Nexus first, he's going to be feeling amazing. Yeah, here we go. Stork puts down the Nexus first. Beautifully done. Very nice for him. Comes down. Definitely sees that Overlord. And so gonna go and scout bottom right immediately and find out what he's up against. Now, will he throw down the Forge or will he throw down the Gateway? That is kind of the big question right now. And it is going to be the Forge. He's going to play it a little bit safer here. You really can't blame him for that. If you put the Gateway down and it's any sort of pool before hatch, I think you're dead there. So playing a bit more safely, goes past the probe, sees the hatch, knows that it's hatchery first, and yeah, he's going to throw Gateway down immediately. Doesn't need a cannon or 2 cannons all that quickly, getting that type of intel. All right, so a very solid opener from Stork. Yabsab as well. You can't really complain, right? He went hatch first and isn't going to get any pressure on himself for a very long time. He scouted Stork first, so it's not like he's wondering about it. So it seems like we're going to get into a very reasonable macro-esque game. I mean, obviously, it's still possible that Yabsab does something crazy and you know, goes all in with like a 3 hatchery Hydralisk rush or something like that. On Stork's side, there's nothing like that exists with this opener. I mean, I guess you could try to get speed for Zealots very quickly and bust out without Corsairs, but yeah, I think that Stork has done such a good job of keeping his probe alive and of sending Zealots out at appropriate times to gather more information that I'm feeling pretty confident that we should get into another big macro game. And this is where we're really going to see, if that's the case, what Yabsab is made of. You know, the Eclipse game, oh, okay, we'll give it to him, right? Like, a lot of things ended up going wrong when Stork got on the map. His DT did a lot of damage. His Zealots pressured at really great times. The Corsairs killed some Overlords. Things went well for him, no doubt. But yeah, I mean, do you expect to see that type of opening from Yabsab again? Is he going to run 8 Hydras into cannons and lose them to a DT? No, probably not. He's learned his lesson, or at least been reminded of a lesson he's learned many times, which is, well, that really is what StarCraft is, right? All right, 3rd hatchery finishes up for Yabsab. Taking a look. Just about nothing but drones. Has that Zergling speed upgrade on the way. The layer has been on the way for quite some time. A few lings being made, the first lings of the game, in fact. Timed out pretty well, considering the first Zealot just popped out. Don't want to make them ahead of time, that's for sure. Stargate is coming, so Stork playing a little bit safe in that regard. He doesn't want to risk the fact that mutas could come, and if he skips that Stargate, that's when you just insta-die. Oh, loses the probe. But honestly, the probe has been alive long enough. He saw the layer and how far along it was, which means he knows that it's not a 3-hatch Hydra play. But there's a lot of Zerglings being made. Look at this. 8 in production. That means 16 more lings. So that's going to be 20 Zerglings on the map. That, I mean, 1 cannon is probably not going to hold on against that very well. I could see him busting through the gateway or something like that pretty quickly. Stork, though, does have the full wall. He's got a couple zealots sitting in it, in those holes. Another gateway going down in the natural. Citadel on the way. He does have second gas. Corsairs being made, and I mean the Stargate is done before the Spire as you want, and a lot of Lings being made though. All right, let's see. Starts targeting this gateway immediately. Okay, so he gets as many Lings on as possible. Now starts attacking into those Zealots as well. Oh my god, that gateway definitely going to die. This Zergling rush. Let's see if he can actually get in and do that damage. Probes have been pulled. Zealots pulling back. The probes dealing a lot of damage. He's trying to buy time for more cannons to warp in, and he does do so. He forces those Lings back. I mean, he lost a Zealot or two. He lost a few probes. He killed the gateway. That's all fine and good. But was it worth it for yabsab? Was that aggression truly what he needed to do here to get the edge? I feel like this is actually good for Stork, right? That's like, you could have had quite a few more drones, that's for sure. Now, I guess he's gonna go mutas, which actually kind of does make sense, right? Like, you lost all those Zerglings. Your opponent still has some Zealots out here. He's gonna have that +1. He's gonna have legs relatively soon. So getting those mutas out, you can kind of force Stork to stay back a little bit, or at least punish the Zealots if they go all the way across. And then, of course, the reason I can tell that is Carapace upgrade for Flyers is on the way. You almost never get that and just go directly into Hydras. All right, so a couple more macro hatches coming here. So we're going up to 6 hatch. Certainly a Hydraless Den should be added relatively soon, even if he's not really planning on making the Hydras. It's like not that expensive, and if you have 6 hatches, yeah, you want that possibility. That's a very scary thing for Protoss to run into. 6 hatch Hydras coming after Mutalisks. All right, the first Zealot's going to come out. They do have that +1, so Lings can't do very much. You notice yabsab just kind of running in, running out. They're both checking each other. They're both testing each other, seeing what's up. How many units do you really have? Are you really going to go across the map? Stork, though, decides not to for now. Has 4 Corsairs. The 5th one going to be popping out shortly. Very important number 5. 5 Corsairs with +1 2-shot Scourge. I know I say that a lot, but these types of numbers are super important when playing at a high level. All right, DT comes out, and he actually decides to clear the Zerglings, which that'll allow yabsab, next time he checks on his Zerglings, he'll know, oh, a DT killed those. So he'll know a DT is out, but I think it's still good because it masks what he's doing up here. Like, he could have the Zealots out on the map right now. You just don't know. All right, here come those Scourge and Mutas. Waited for them. Oh my god, yabsab destroying the Corsairs. Only 1 remains, and he is going to moving shot it down to death. Beautiful catch. Just waits and waits and waits. So patient from yabsab, and to kill those Corsairs gives him a big edge, I would say. You have to go anti-air still here as yabsab, or as Stork. And yabsab, he can like put pressure on his Zealots. He's obviously going to catch this DT, which only has the kills on those initial Zerglings. But the Zealot's going to go elsewhere. He knows where the Mutas are. They're trying to kill the DT off, so why not hit elsewhere with these Zealots? Only a single sunken in here. yabsab's going to have to do some creative drilling to stop him from killing this base. All right, stacks those drones. Here we go. Starts drilling on top of the Zealots, but they've got great surface area here, and it is going to end up going down. Now the drones going to be mincemeat here for those Zealots. The Zealots going to town, getting a couple kills before the Mutas come over to help clean them up. And finally, they will end up falling. But you know what? Those Zealots definitely did a good job. Oh, my God. The DT never got killed. Oh, my God. That thing ended up with 9 kills. So it got like 6 drones in here. The Mutas, of course, being pulled over because of the Zealots in this 3rd base. yabsab getting picked apart by this god of Protoss in Stork. Stork now running out. He has an Archon with his army for that anti-Mutalisk. A lot of Zealots in there as well. That's going to be hard to deal with Mutaling. Of course, luckily for yabsab, he does have Hydra Tech now. Hydra speed on the way. Another sunken is up at the 3rd. Very healthy drone counts. I know he lost a lot of drones at DT, but he's droned up well. The thing is, that makes this a little bit difficult because he doesn't have many units. Look at that. A lot of Scourge just hatched. Are those Scourge going to help here? Not so much, I'd say. Now, in come those Zealots as well as the Archon. I feel like the Archon should be targeted with that sunk, but doesn't get targeted for a long time. And look at that. The Archon shimmies its way over to hit the Mutalisks. The Lings trying to attack the Archon, but do get picked off. Stork doing massive amounts of damage here with this small attack. Drones all coming down as a Zealot gets up. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. The damage is becoming quite real here, but a lot of Zerglings flood out and are able to eliminate the Archon. The Mutas still going after these Zealots, and they will end up killing him. More Mutas actually on the way. It seemed to me that he was going to go into just Hydras, but with more Mutas popping, in fact, Stork probably saw those 2 extra ones pop. This kind of tells him what he needs to know. And that is that it is not a tech switch, which is going to be bad for yabsab because we do have 6 Corsairs. By the way, in the meantime, Stork somehow found the time between all that multitasking, all that attacking, to set up a 3rd base. He's sending over a bunch of probes right now. Really healthy saturation already on this base. He's going to have 12 probes to start. In the meantime, Zealot's running down for another attack. A few Hydras there. yabsab GG. Stork leads 2-1.